The spoilers for Boruto, 2 Blue Vortex. Chapter 27 are finally out. But before getting into them, let's quickly recap what happened in the last chapter. In the previous chapter, we saw an interaction between Inojin and Himawari. Inojin brought a special story for her, right? After that, we saw Kashin Koji communicating with Inojin through Toad telepathy. Inojin goes to meet him, and upon reaching, he also sees Boruto. They have a conversation there. Meanwhile, the Konoha elders summon Shikamaru and start scolding him, questioning why he carried out the Sand Village mission without permission. Shikamaru tries to clarify things, but the elders don't listen. They suspect that Konoha is secretly communicating with Boruto and helping him, even though Boruto is officially a criminal of the village. After this, Konohamaru is taken into custody. Then, we learn that Mamushi's next target is Ada, and that he plans to attack Konoha within 7 days. Toward the end of the chapter, we see a conversation between Sumire and Sarada. When Ida learns that Sarada and Sumire are not affected by her omnipotence ability, she becomes serious and starts thinking deeply about it. Just as she was about to act, Demon interrupts. He grabs them both and warns Sarada, "Keep your Sharingan safe. If I decide to kill you before you use it, it'll be useless." And with that, the previous chapter ended. Now let's get into the Chapter 27 spoilers. Demon eventually releases Sarada and Sumire, but not before showing off his power. He warns them, saying, "Now you understand, right? If I want, I can kill you in an instant. You wouldn't even realize you're dead." And honestly, he means it. Demon could actually do it. Then, Ada starts speaking. She admits she's surprised that neither of them is an Otsutsuki, yet they're still unaffected by omnipotence. She starts wondering why that might be. Could it be because both of them have feelings for Boruto? That he somehow stole their hearts, which makes them immune. But she quickly denies that theory, because many girls like Boruto, and all of them are affected by omnipotence. So why only these two? Then the truth hits her. Sarada and Sumire are immune because Ida subconsciously made them exceptions when she cast omnipotence. She didn't consciously intend it. It was an emotional, subconscious choice. Her feelings toward them shaped reality itself through omnipotence. So why did Ida do that? The chapter answers it through a flashback. We see an earlier conversation between Ida, Sarada, and Sumire. Back then, Sarada said something like, "Let's just be normal friends, friends without any problems between us." Those words touched Ida deeply. For the first time, she felt like she could form a genuine relationship with normal humans. Even before meeting Sarada and Sumire, Ida had wished for that, to have a normal connection, not just one based on fear or manipulation. Ada also realized that Sarada and Sumire had no malicious intent toward her. They didn't want to harm or kill her, and somewhere deep down she felt that. So when omnipotence activated, her subconscious feelings spared them. Later, Ida tells them, "Even if you two decided to kill me, I wouldn't hold it against you. I'd accept it." Those words completely win Sarada and Sumire's hearts. The two of them hug Ida tightly. It's a warm, emotional scene. Honestly, it makes Ida's character feel even more compelling. She's not just a powerful or badass character, she's also deeply human and emotionally complex. After the hug, Ida asks, "Why did you hug me?" Sumire replies that it's a symbol of their friendship, that they're now true friends. She says that risking your life for your friends is something thrilling and meaningful. We know Shikamaru originally planned to kill Ada, right? But these two girls completely changed the game with this act. Seeing this, Ada gets emotional again and says, "Thank you, both of you." Demon, who's watching this, looks confused. Like, what the hell just happened? They were supposed to be threats to my sister, and now they're hugging? Ida hugs them once more and says, "Please, just be good to me, my precious friends." The scene ends there, with Demon smiling quietly in the background. Personally, this scene felt heartwarming. The spoilers made this moment really beautiful. Next, the story shifts to Kashin Koji's hideout, where Boruto and Inojin are present. Kashin starts explaining about Mamushi, revealing that Mamushi's ability is split. He can divide himself into multiple identical versions, not just clones, but actual full-powered copies. There's no upper limit. He can make 10, 20, 30, even 40 of himself. Boruto asks, "So is it like shadow clone jutsu?" Kashin replies, "No, it's completely different. Every split is a real body. Unlike shadow clones, which are weaker copies, each of Mamushi's splits has the same power as his original form. That's what makes him so dangerous. But of course, every jutsu has a weakness, as Itachi once said. In Mamushi's case, the more he splits, the more his intelligence drops. His movements also become simpler and easier to predict. Shikamaru notes, then we'll force him to multiply, overwhelm him. And when he starts acting mindlessly, we'll strike hard and eliminate most of his bodies at once." Kashin agrees, adding that they must destroy both of Mamushi's eyes. If both eyes are destroyed, he'll lose the ability to split further. Also, if his bodies are killed faster than he can regenerate, he won't have time to recover. They decide it's manageable if Mamushi splits into a maximum of 20-30 bodies. Anything beyond that would make the battle chaotic. Shikamaru then raises a concern. What if he leaves one small fragment of himself somewhere? Wouldn't that keep him alive? Kashin replies, "Don't worry. If most of his body is destroyed, that one fragment can't survive alone. It'll try to merge back, and we won't give it the chance." They also discuss the battlefield. Since Mamushi plans to attack Konoha in 7 days, Shikamaru wonders if they should lure him out instead. But Kashin insists Konoha is the perfect battleground. Jura won't interfere there. Jura's current goal is Boruto and Himawari. If they move, Jura will too. But if the battle happens inside Konoha, Jura won't intervene. He's oddly fond of the village. Apparently, Jura visits Konoha peacefully and he goes to bookstores, candy shops, reads books, eats sweets, and leaves without hurting anyone. For a villain, that's bizarre. Even though it's kind of disrespectful for an enemy to enter Konoha so casually, he seems to genuinely like the village. That's why Mamushi won't destroy Konoha like Pain did, because Jura wouldn't approve of that level of destruction. It's not out of morality, but instinct. Jura has a certain fear that restrains him. Still, his main objective remains the same, to consume Ida. That's why he's coming. So, Kashin concludes that the final battle against Mamushi will happen inside Konoha within the next 7 days. He then tells Inojin that he'll teach him a brand new jutsu, one that probably doesn't even exist yet. It won't help in this upcoming battle, but there's an important reason behind it, which is why he invited Inojin to the hideout. Next, we finally see Kawaki and Amato together again. They discuss a mysterious tree, specifically the one Jura was seen near earlier. It's revealed to be a divine tree. Through this, we learn that Jura uses the divine tree to heal himself as a shield and as the source of his immortality. Kawaki insists that Jura is still beatable. He fought him before and feels confident that with more strength, he could win. But Amato warns him that becoming too powerful could bring other problems. Kawaki doesn't care. He grabs Amato by the collar and threatens him. "If you go against me, I'll end you right here." Meanwhile, back in Konoha, Konohamaru remains in custody, being interrogated about helping Boruto. The full translation of that part isn't out yet, so we'll discuss it properly in the full review once the chapter drops. I don't want to speculate inaccurately. In the final scenes, Boruto returns to Konoha and meets Sumire. He pulls out his sword and says, "This Uchiha sword, the cloak sword, has cracked. I let my guard down for a moment, and this is the result." He then asks, "Can you fix it within a week?" He also hands her a scroll. When Sumire reads it, she's surprised. "This technique, it's..." Her sentence cuts off. Boruto tells her, "Yeah, it's something new. I know it doesn't exist yet, but you've been researching something similar. So maybe you can finish it." Sumire wonders if fixing the sword could cause Boruto any harm. He reassures her, "This is my master's sword. It's powerful. Don't worry. Nothing bad will happen." Sumire smiles, takes the sword, and says, "I'll make it even cooler." The scene cuts there, and in the last panels, we see Mamushi surrounded by his multiple split versions preparing for the attack. He says, "I don't know where you're hiding, but conceal your chakra signatures. We're moving out." And with that, the chapter ends. According to the spoilers, I'll be waiting. If you watched till the end, drop a like, and if you're new to the channel, subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next video.